One day I go outside, Brian. I don't like to tell people this, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I tried cannabis, and it changed my life. Man, I'm telling you, man, I was an alcoholic.
Tyson's a big fan, right?
Man, I was a social alcoholic from 13 to 40. When I'm out, I'm drinking. If I'm out, we drink. Oh, let's have drinks, shots, whatever. If I'm out, I wasn't really a home drinker. Never really, here and there. I had a huge bar, when I made money, but I was never a home drinker. I'm not even the type of guy who would have a beer at home. I'd just be, if I go out, I'm putting down 2 6-packs, 3 6-packs, a bottle of Patron. I'm getting hammered. But at home, I wasn't. But now my boy was like, try this. And I was like, nah, I ain't really with that. I'm asthmatic. Smoke bothers me. And I had a relative that smoked, and she was abusive. She was very abusive physically. And I think the smell of it always reminded me of those beatings,
Right.
Those unnecessary, that was for nothing. So I always equated marijuana with that for, in my senses. So I was always anti-marijuana. A guy leaves a joint in my house. He was my cook. He was my friend, my cook. I hired him as a chef. We wanted him to become really close. He wound up leaving the joint in my house, man. And I'm anti-marijuana. For some odd reason, I tried it. Don't ask me why. I'm outside, I hit it, and I started crying, Brian, like never before. I never had tears come down so fast and so hard. I was crying. And at the time, I had blonde dreadlocks, for 27 and 28 years. And I'm crying. And then I had a flash. Brian, I kid you not. I see myself traveling the world and people loving me, and people like, they wasn't saying let's go chat, but they was loving me and they was like happy to see me. And that made me feel good that people were actually had genuine love for me. So I went in the house immediately and I laid down and I fell asleep, Brian. When I woke up in the morning, I can't tell you to this day, I just woke up in the morning, I walked in my bed, I fell asleep on my couch, I didn't even go get in the bed with my wife, I fell asleep on the couch. And I got up in the morning and I walked in the bathroom and I took a pair of scissors and I just started cutting my hair. Without thinking about that I was gonna do that, I cut my hair and then I started looking for clippers to finish shaving the rest. And I walk out the bathroom, my wife sees me and she starts crying. Oh my God, he's gone crazy again. He's going crazy again. I'm like, no, I'm okay, I'm better. She's like, oh my God, she's telling my son. I'm like, no, I'm okay, God. My son might have been 15, 16, 15. I was like, no, I'm okay, Daddy's okay. I don't know what it is, but I'm okay. Then I'm like, and then what it was, Brian, excuse me.
Well, tell me.
I apologize. What it was that it was for the first time in like 3 or 4 years when I had that vision, that dream, like that I see myself. It was the first time that I had seen myself in a good light. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was the first time that I had seen myself in a light where people was happy for me and I was happy for me. So
first time ever or first?
No, first time in years.
Years, okay.
Because I've always used fantasy and dream, not sleeping, dream, like just fantasizing to make me better.
Okay.
I've always seen, when I'm broke and homeless, I'm just like, I see myself in a nice car, with a nice house, with a beautiful wife and kids. Because that was that's what I wanted. So I set that goal, I'm gonna make it so I could get this. I wanna get clothes one day. I'm gonna have nice clothes so people don't see me and be like, look at him, My sneakers were always bummy. At a time, I didn't have good coats. It was, times it was cold, I didn't have good jackets. I was like, I'm gonna buy a nice jacket one day. Cold, nice stuff, I'm gonna have. And that hurt me too, because I did everything I ever wanted to do. Everything I ever dreamed of, I did it. And that was an issue because I think what I dreamed of was material things and things that don't make you a better person. You feel me? I wanted the cars, I got them all. I wanted the houses, I got them all. I wanted the girls, I got them all. I wanted the clothes, I got it all. I wanted the jewelry, I got it all. I got everything I wanted, but I didn't have me. I didn't have a strong inside. I never dealt with the things. So now I hit the joint, I cut my hair, I come out the next morning, they think I'm crazy. I said, no, I'm better. I fantasized something I hadn't done in at least 2 or 3 years. I fantasized for the first time, seeing something that whatever happened in my head the hope, fantasy, dream switch cut completely off. I had no aspirations for doing anything that was worth anything.
Right. And you were probably thinking, I'm horrible. Look at me. I'm a piece
worst.
of garbage.
Look
I'm
at
the
me.
worst. Okay. So
I'm
it was the
fat.
opposite. Yeah.
I can't bend down and tie my shoes. You know, I'm fat. My stomach in the way. You know, I remember one day I was in the mall, and I bent over to tie my shoes, and I was bending over, and I heard these girls, these young girls laughing, because, you know, they said, look at his crack. You know, they said, crack, and it was my butt crack, because I was so fat. I was so fat, and I was like trying to, you know, pull my pants up. So I'm like, oh man, I'm a mess. So at that moment, I knew something changed.
Ray of hope.
Yes, ray of hope.
Where'd that come from, Shannon?
It came from the spliff.
But where did it really come from?
It came from deep down inside, but something inside clicked me back. And I went back in my pool house, my guest house. I hit the spliff again. I called my buddy. I said, come over here, bring me some more. Something's on. I went to the doctor a few days later. I said, I pulled all the tablets in the sink, the pills. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. And at that point, I was like, I'm coming back. And people was like, you crazy? I was like, no, I had a vision. I'm gonna be heavyweight champion of the world again. I seen it in a dream. They was like, yeah, you really lost your mind. I said, no, watch. I'm 403 pounds. So now I'm every day. I take my baby, I put in the stroller, and I'm walking, Brian. I'm walking around the neighborhood. People laughing at me. Oh, look at his fat ass. I'm like, okay, I'm still walking. I got a dream now. I set my mind on, I'm gonna do something. And then one day I tell people the story. It was no big thing. I was doubted. I was pushing myself forward, trying to walk, trying to make things happen. I'm back on the phones. I'm calling people. I'm like, hey, yo, managers. I'm getting people like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then one day I was sitting down. I had walked really far, and I was thinking about, you know, my whole life. And I looked at my little baby in the stroller, and I'm like, you know what? Get up and make this happen. I was tired. I wanted to quit. I was like, I'm tired of this. I don't know what's gonna happen. How do I lose 400 pounds? How do I get back to 225, 230? How? It's impossible. And I said, oh, let's go, champ. It's just that simple. And when I said let's go, champ, to get myself up, I kept saying it when I got let's go, champ. And the reason why I needed a mantra.